Taiwan, I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. China announced on Thursday that it would reopen group tourism to over 70 countries, while Taiwan wasn't on the list. Edmund takes a look at how a lack of Chinese tourism is impacting local businesses.
Yongkang Street is one of Taipei's busiest areas. It's filled with some of the capital's most popular restaurants, tea houses and souvenir shops. But it's not as busy as it once was. Before the COVID pandemic in 2019, these streets often saw people queuing out the doors of the most popular shops. But there's one big difference between then and now. No Chinese tourists. Both Beijing and Taipei stopped allowing Chinese tourists to visit Taiwan once the pandemic broke out.
曾经破纪录来我们这个永康商圈消费，他买那个文创品文创的东西，一个人一笔超过台币30万了。我们也很希望就是有中国大陆这边的观光客进来我们永康商圈。
In 2019, over 11 million tourists visited Taiwan, and among them, the largest number were from China at 2.7 million. Now, in the first 4 months of this year, with no Chinese tourists, there have been less than 2 million visitors. China has now announced it will allow group tours to resume to more than 70 countries, including Japan, the US and UK. But Taiwan wasn't on the list. Officials in Taipei say Beijing hasn't responded to calls to reopen tourism between the two sides.
我们并没有禁止我们的国人用自由行的方式到中国大陆。中共那边到目前为止一直不肯开放团客也好自由行，主管机关已经透过管道跟他们谈到我们相互的来开放，但是现在就说对方还没有正面的来回应我们，这是我们比较遗憾的。
With Taiwan set to go to the polls in January to choose its next president, Chinese tourists, or the lack of them, could become an issue at the ballot box too. For now, those who rely on a thriving tourism industry can only wait and hope that politics won't get in the way. Devon Tai and Ed Moon for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan Centers for Disease Control suspects that an outbreak of dengue fever is spreading to the country's north. Officials are urging people to throw away standing water, which gives dengue-carrying mosquitoes new places to breed. John Van Trist reports.
Taiwan's worst outbreak of dengue fever since 2015 appears to be spreading. Until now, cases have been overwhelmingly in the south. But the Centers for Disease Control is treating 2 cases in the north, one in Taipei and the other in the city of Hsinchu, as local infections. The total number now stands at above 1,200. In Taipei, where one of the new cases was reported, sanitation workers are busy spraying for mosquitoes, the carriers of the disease. They're also clearing away standing water where mosquitoes generally breed.
这个患者这个100公尺以内的地方这个我们就持续的来做一个这个容器这个看一些环境的这个清除。
Not everyone agrees that the cases really are local in origin. Both patients had recently been to the southern city of Tainan, the center of the outbreak, where over 1,000 have fallen ill.
主要工作还是在新竹市所以疾病管制署那边判定是属于新竹市的个案不过我们就他的那个病史来讲的话，我们推测感染应该还是在台南市。
Still, local officials are being careful, as dengue can be dangerous. A patient with other medical conditions died Wednesday in the southern county of Pingdong. With recent typhoons and the summer monsoon, there's standing water all over the country in need of clearing away.
近期持续有降雨的情形，呼吁民众雨后应立即进行我们住家内外环境的整顿与滋生源清除，落实巡倒清刷。
Mosquito eggs can survive for a year and only need 0.5 milliliters of water to do so, making even a small amount of standing water a potential breeding ground with its own dangers. James Lin and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan has seen a rise in deaths and injuries from drunk driving. A civic group reports there were some 4,200 DUI road accidents nationwide between January and May. That's up almost 6% compared to last year. The central city of Taichung accounted for over 600 casualties, a spike of almost 55% year on year. The group says the increase may be due to more people going out after pandemic restrictions were fully lifted earlier this year. The government has been implementing new rules to try and crack down on drunk driving. Elon Musk is being sued in Taiwan under the Justice Ministry's new guidelines on cannabis use that says anyone advocating that marijuana use is harmless can be punished. Bingwang reports that the ministry is facing criticism from pro-cannabis groups.
Cannabis lawyer Zoe Lee, also the chairperson of Taiwan's Green Party, is making a show of suing Elon Musk for advocating online that marijuana use isn't harmful. She's come to the district court to file her case. This comes after the ministry announced that advocating marijuana use online, including in art and music, is punishable by law. Marijuana is illegal in Taiwan and is considered a Category 2 narcotic, along with opium poppy, coca, and amphetamines. Possession of the drug could land someone in prison for up to 2 years. Lee says this case is a matter of free speech in Taiwan.
I've never heard about you cannot speak on any issues or topic in public or on internet, ever. Now, like Ministry of Justice saying, we're not allowed to promote legalization of cannabis.
Taiwan's courts don't have jurisdiction over Musk's actions, and cannabis activists expect the case to be dropped. The Justice Ministry's new policy has faced much criticism from cannabis activists. They see it as a roadblock in a campaign to legalize marijuana in the country. Activists like Zoe Lee have been working overtime to spread awareness of these issues, and they hope a broader public debate will ultimately swing things in their favor. Justin Wu and Bing Wang in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's constitutional court has ruled that legal punishments under the country's current drug laws are too harsh. Trafficking in Schedule 1 substances like heroin carries a minimum of life imprisonment or the death penalty.
对人民受宪法第8条保障人身自由所为之限制，不服宪法罪行相当原则，抵触宪法第23条比例原则。
The court gave Taiwan's legislature 2 years to amend the law and allow more flexibility in sentencing, particularly for light offenses. The court also ordered that until then, punishments should be cut in half for people convicted of light offenses for trafficking Schedule 1 drugs. An annual exhibition held in Queens, New York is showcasing Taiwan-grown orchids. Eric Tsai takes a look at this colorful and surprisingly tasty 3-day event.
Colorful Taiwanese orchids are the main draw at this botanical garden in Queens, New York. Currently the site of an exhibition featuring the eye-catching flowers. For the past 10 years, Taiwan's representative office in New York has held the annual event called Taiwan, a World of Orchids.
This beautiful orchid show symbolizes what we care about and is reflected in our tagline, which is, the Queens Botanical Garden is a place where people, plants, and cultures meet. It is a flagship event here at the garden, and it gets bigger and better each year.
The exhibition is not limited to the more than 700 orchids on display. Taiwanese food, tea, and cultural activities are also part of the program. Organizers say they hope the event will help bring the community closer.
In a world that sometimes we feel divided, events like this remind us that we can come together, we can learn from each other, and find strength in diversity.
This floral event is billed as an opportunity to learn and absorb modern Taiwanese culture and a space where knowledge and friendship can blossom. John Su and Eric Tai for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of K2, the second highest mountain in the world, located on the border of Pakistan and China. I'm Ethan. Take care, and I'll see you next time.